Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update.
He'll come in at number 9, and that is Paul Bearer. What do you think about that?
I think Percy Pringle got scary is what I think.
I think so, man. What?
He was Paul Bearer's real name, I believe. And when Rick Rude dropped his name to the guys back at WWF, he also told them that he had his degree in mortuary sciences, and that was the genesis of this character.
Paul Bearer, Percy Pringle, and it also happened coincidentally all at the same time as well. Bill Moody, who was Percy Pringle, who was Paul Bearer, came in for a job interview, and in the middle of it, they said, "What do you do?" Because he wasn't active in wrestling at the time. So, what are you doing? He says, "Well, I'm a mortician by trade. I always keep my mortician's license active. In addition to that, you've got the first manager of Mean Mark or the Punisher, or whatever the hell he was, and it was perfect. It just couldn't. You couldn't write that.
His delivery, the "oh yes" line, and carrying around the urn." Right. It was just creepy.
He was creepy.
And we've talked about this before, the WWE, WWF, if you will. When they start playing the music and the lightning and everything that went along with the Paul Bearer gimmick, man, or whatever it is, that character still has to get himself over.
He's scared of my Undertaker! Oh, and I wonder why!
Paul Bearer got Percy Pringle III or whatever. He took that character and got it f***ing over. You know, someone had to do it. He did it. And I think he's probably the best one for that role. Just the build he had, the look he had. He just looked like the creepy guy that you don't want to see down at the funeral home, man. Yeah. I mean, it gave me the creeps. You know, I don't even like talking about funerals and stuff, wakes and stuff like that. Shit gives me the creeps. But anyway, yeah, Paul Bearer just kind of gives you that creepy. And I met him in Smoky Mountain also in the back, and what a gentleman he was, but he still had that creepy look, you know, like, do I want to touch his hand or not? You know, it just gave off that.
Oh yeah.
Icky feeling, kind of, if you will.
Yeah.
Like I said, complete gentleman, but man, I was curious, you know, a little bit leery. This is something I've seen on TV. They come in for a weekend, and I shook his hand, man, talked to him, and it's like, this is creepy. So, yeah.
Yeah, he was like Gomez Adams dialed up to 13.
Comparison.
Yeah, he looked like touching him would be like touching a cold, dead snake, just kind of weird and not the right temperature, you know, that sort of thing.
It felt great! I loved it!
I did want to say real quick before we move on to number 8, I think Paul Bearer might be the most abused manager ever in history.
Why's that?
Well, he was buried alive once or twice, set on fire a time or two, stuffed in a freezer 3 or 4 times. I just think that he took more abuse. And
well, he might be the toughest manager of all time too then. Shit.
Oh yeah, kept coming back, you know.
Oh, God, we might have to think about that in the future, man. Damn, buried alive, you said. Frozen, what else? Resurrected.
Oh, yeah, set on fire.
Oh, God.
And the guy flipped, you know, a heel and face more often than a coin toss. I mean,
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
But he was definitely over. I mean, he was over as a good guy manager, a bad guy manager. He was over when he was taking abuse. You know, Paul Bearer is one of the top managers of all time, but he's also one of the just scariest, creepiest motherfuckers to look at.